Good evening, everyone. Happy Monday to you. I hope you had a fantastic weekend in spite of the terrible weather and that you managed to stay safe. Today was a bright and sunny day in the Commonwealth of Dominica, and we look forward to better weather all week. I'm Soana Benjamin, back at the news desk presenting Emo Nightly News for April 27th, 2026. Now on to tonight's top stories. Heavy rainfall triggers flooding and landslides across Dominica. Homes damaged in Atkinson. Dominican doctor Dr. Griffin Benjamin wins top research prize at CAFA conference in Guyana. Over 100 line workers converge in Dominica for thrilling Carilec Rodeo 2026. OECS membership expands opportunities for Guadeloupean youth. And CARICOM pushes for girls to lead in ICT and regional development. Stay tuned for the details of these stories coming up.
Across our Caribbean, we're going digital, working smarter and living safer online.
In Dominica, we don't fall for fake prizes. We check before we click.
In Grenada, we verify before we share, keeping our hard-earned money safe from hackers.
In St. Lucia, we report cyberbullying, protecting our children and each other.
In St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we report scams fast, protecting our neighbors and our communities.
Together, we're building a cyber-smart Caribbean, keeping our people and our data safe, standing up to scams and cybercrime. We stay connected, but always alert. This message is brought to you by the Caribbean Digital Transformation Project. Stay smart, stay safe. Think Card TP. Visit cardtpconnect.org.
First up in local news. Heavy rainfall from the early hours of Sunday into the afternoon caused widespread flooding and landslides across parts of Dominica, particularly communities in the northeast and the southeast of the island. Reports indicate that several areas experienced significant damage, with at least 4 homes compromised in the Atkinson community due to the severe weather conditions. Prime Minister Honorable Roosevelt Skerritt visited affected areas to assess the situation firsthand. He provided an update during a radio program, assuring the public that assistance will be provided to families impacted by the disaster. He also urged citizens to support one another during this difficult time, emphasizing the importance of community and unity.
This evening, I want also to salute our public officers, especially those in ministries responsible for roads and drainage, as well as utilities, water and electricity. And also to the parliaments concerned, from Wesley to Marigot to the Canlago Terrace Albia, and of course the Castle Bruce. I saw you today. I saw your valiant efforts. I saw your passion and determination to help however you can. This is commendable. This is pleasing to the eyes and the soul, for this is Dominican. This is how we treat each other in times of crisis. This is what makes us strong and resilient. So, my dear Dominicans, do not ask why us. We shall play the hand we have been dealt. Let us consider for a moment that there are not many around us here in Dominica who can respond in the flick of an eye to a crisis such as this. Tonight, we have been thrown a challenge, and together we shall confront and overcome it. Please be safe on the roads out there. Please guard against live electricity wires. Do not go tampering. If in doubt, leave out. And so I want to say to us here in Dominica tonight that we are on the ball, and this government will respond as we have on many occasions to the impacts of natural disasters on the livelihoods, the lives, and our community.
EmoNews spoke with several residents who described the situation as frightening, with rising tides and landslides threatening homes and livelihoods.
Tell us what happened yesterday.
Oh, well, yesterday morning, I get up by 7 o'clock, 10 past 7. I go and check my sister. And when I come back home, I couldn't enter my house. So, everything gone, everything wet, everything.
So when you saw your home this way, how did that make you feel?
Oh, from a big struggle. I did get messed up.
And you could not enter the house at that time. So is that the first time this is happening to you?
First time. First time.
Where did you sleep last night?
Oh, I slept by my neighbor, just across Anton Laville Mother. They call her Mancho. That's my neighbor.
Have you ever attempted to move, relocate?
Yeah, I could. Yeah, but I didn't get a place for the time. So it's there to rest my head for the time. So
All right.
That's my idea.
I recall a couple years ago, this same area flooded. Were you there?
That was before Maria.
Yes.
Before Maria, it didn't flood heavy like that. But Maria didn't. My little first house didn't damage on Maria.
All right.
Damage.
So if you have to put a value to this property right here.
Oh boy, pretty close. Well, everything is a furnished house. Everything inside, everything spoiled.
So you had your fridge.
And my fridge, my stove, my washing, too much washing, as you can see. I had another washing machine inside. You know, I told my farmer, I'm making my, all like now, everything gone.
Everything gone. This Miss Felina George, and she'll tell us what she's experiencing now. Good afternoon, Feli.
Good afternoon, Emo.
How do you feel?
Oh, I'm devastated. I'm sad. I'm broken. I mean, God is in control of everything and He knows best, but it is still hard that we have lost our home in this devastation.
So from all reports, those of you who are joining me, the home that you saw that got compromised down at Atkinson, that is where she resides, she and her husband. And right now we are trying to make our way up to Atkinson. Tell us about that experience.
Well, unfortunately or fortunately, I wasn't home. I was spending the weekend in Perush, and then my husband called me and he told me our house is damaged. So I was like, what do you mean our house is damaged? Because I know the place that we live, it's almost impossible. And he said, yes, the house is damaged. And then when I saw the pictures of the devastation, I was just so moved. It's really hurting. It's really hurting.
And now you're trying to make your way?
Yeah, and we are trying to make our way. Thank God for Emo. She told me, we have to go up there, come what may. And then we've been trying since afternoon. The roads were compromised with water, landslide, but she was like, we have to do it. And then we made our way. We tried as best as we could. We are almost there, but unfortunately, I can't make it home.
And have you heard from your husband?
I just want to say, for all those who have been reaching out to me, I really appreciate your support. Thank God for your love and for your kindness. Thank you, Emo, for being there with me this afternoon. I really appreciate that. I know my husband is safe, but I've not been able to reach him for the past couple hours. His phone battery maybe died or something. So that's it. Thank you so much for everything.
Authorities continue to monitor conditions as cleanup efforts begin, and residents are being urged to remain cautious, especially in areas prone to landslides. Stay tuned with EmoNews as we'll provide continued updates as this story unfolds. And yesterday, Dominica hosted one of the region's most electrifying events. The Carilec Line Workers Rodeo 2026 took place in Benjamin's Park in Portsmouth. The event brought together over 100 line workers from across the Caribbean, all competing in a series of high-skill challenges designed to test their strength, technical ability, and commitment to safety. The day's activities began with an opening ceremony featuring a vibrant parade of teams through the streets of Portsmouth into the Benjamin's Park, setting the tone for the competition. Her Excellency Sylvanie Burton, the President of Dominica, was in attendance at the ceremony, underscoring the significance of the event to Dominica and the region. Executive Director of CARILEC, Cletus Burton, expressed excitement about hosting the event in Dominica.
Officials from DOMLEC, CARILEC colleagues, pleasant good morning all. I'm just here to reach you a few words before the dark clouds manifest. We are hoping that we have bright and fair games today. I want to wish you all success, good luck, compete in a spirit of safety. The theme of skills, strength and safety should guide our proceedings today. And my role is simply to ensure that all of you enjoy a fulfilling time. We thank you for your diligence, line workers, in taking part in the symposium that was held on Friday, a learning event, and the safety training yesterday, and today the culmination. I want to thank DOMLEC. A round of applause please for DOMLEC for the tremendous work with the CARILEC team in pulling this together. CARILEC thanks you for your diligence and your support as a founding utility member of CARILEC. And I close by saying good luck to all, keep safe and well. I thank you.
Meanwhile, the parliamentary representative, Honorable Finella Wenham Shepherd, delivered brief remarks, warmly welcoming participants and visitors to her constituency.
To our local competitors, this is your stage. And to our spectators, those who are already here and those to come, prepare for an electrifying showcase of excellence. Let the competition be fierce, the camaraderie be strong, and the commitment to safety unwavering. Skill, strength, safety. Welcome to Portsmouth and the North and all we have to offer, and welcome to the CARILEC Line Workers Rodeo. Let the action begin.
And DOMLEC's General Manager, Dwayne Senak, also addressed the gathering, thanking the teams for their dedication and commitment to the profession.
This transformation is not just about new generation, it's about modernizing our entire system, strengthening transmission networks, integrating battery energy storage systems, and building a grid that is smarter, stronger, and more resilient. This means greater energy independence. And at the heart of all of this progress, line workers play a critical role. You are the ones who make the transition real. You build, maintain, and restore the systems that allow innovation to function. Whether it's connecting renewable energy plants or ensuring stability across changing grids, your role has never been more critical. In fact, that reality was demonstrated just yesterday as we continue the commissioning of Dominica's new 10-megawatt geothermal plant. On a system that peaks close to 20 megawatts, we experienced a major outage. Yet even with the many of our line workers participating in the very rodeo, you stepped up without hesitation to support restoration efforts. That dedication speaks volume to your professionalism and commitment of our people.
Hosted by CARILEC in collaboration with DOMLEC, the rodeo highlighted the critical role line workers play in maintaining reliable electricity services throughout the region. Activities included pole climbing competitions, safety rescue demonstrations, and technical exercises, all aimed at sharpening skills and promoting best practices in the energy sector. Despite wet and rainy conditions throughout the day, teams pushed forward with determination, delivering strong performances and showcasing their resilience and professionalism. The event also provided a family-friendly atmosphere with entertainment, food, and opportunities for the public to gain a deeper appreciation for the demanding work carried out by line workers daily. Organizers say that the rodeo not only fosters regional collaboration, but also helps to raise awareness and inspire young people to pursue careers in technical fields. And also in local news, Dominican-born physician Dr. Griffin Benjamin Jr. has won the prestigious David Piku Young Researcher Prize at the 70th CAFA Health Research Conference held in Georgetown, Guyana from April 22nd to the 24th. Dr. Benjamin received the award for his study on patients' awareness and perceptions of medicinal cannabis in Barbados, based on research conducted across government polyclinics. The study revealed a major gap between patient interest and doctor-patient discussions, with findings showing that while many patients trust their doctors and are open to treatment, very few have actually had conversations about medicinal cannabis.
In our neighboring island of Jamaica, only 1 in 4 cannabis users were aware of any of the reform in the cannabis laws 2 years after the amendment of 2015 had passed. So we expected a similar finding for Barbados. So we asked 3 questions. Are persons aware of medicinal cannabis? What do they believe? And lastly, are they willing to use it? And are they having these discussions with their physician or any healthcare provider?
It also highlighted that older patients were among the least informed, despite being most likely to benefit from such therapies. Dr. Benjamin is now calling for greater public education, improved training for healthcare providers, and a more coordinated regional approach to integrating medicinal cannabis into healthcare systems. A proud Dominican, Dr. Benjamin described the award as a meaningful achievement, noting the importance of ensuring that healthcare policies truly reach patients. The CAFA Health Research Conference is regarded as the Caribbean's leading platform for public health research, bringing together experts from across the region. And congratulations to Dominica's very own Dr. Griffin Benjamin. And finally, in local news, an Earth Day beach cleanup at Rosalie Beach has been described as a meaningful success, with volunteers coming together to protect and restore one of the island's most important natural habitats. Organizers extend heartfelt thanks to all participants whose time, care, and dedication contributed to clearing debris and improving the condition of the beach. The cleanup not only enhanced the environment, but also created a safer and more welcoming space for wildlife. A powerful moment followed the effort as a sea turtle known as Elsa returned to nest on the beach shortly after the cleanup, highlighting the direct and immediate impact of conservation work. The initiative also underscored the importance of conservation tourism, demonstrating how collaboration between visitors, community members, and environmental groups can help preserve Dominica's natural beauty while raising awareness about sustainability. Organizers noted that continued efforts like these are essential to protecting marine ecosystems, supporting biodiversity, and encouraging greater community involvement in environmental stewardship. And that's all for tonight's local news. Stay tuned for regional news coming up. On the regional scene, Guadeloupe's membership in the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, OECS, is creating new pathways for young people, offering greater access to education, employment, and regional collaboration. Since joining as an associate member in 2019, Guadeloupe has strengthened connections with Caribbean nations, including Dominica, opening doors for students, graduates, and young entrepreneurs to gain international exposure. Key benefits include internships, job opportunities, and specialized training programs, with some young entrepreneurs even accessing training in Silicon Valley. The initiative is also helping youth improve English language skills and adapt to multicultural environments, an important advantage in today's global economy. Regional cooperation has further expanded into sports, culture, and environmental projects, allowing Guadeloupean talent and expertise to be showcased across the Caribbean. Officials say ongoing outreach efforts aim to ensure young people fully understand and take advantage of these opportunities, positioning regional integration as a powerful tool for growth, mobility, and long-term success. And finally, in regional news, the CARICOM Secretariat is reaffirming its commitment to empowering girls and young women as leaders in shaping the region's future, according to Secretary General Carla Barnett. Speaking at the 10th observance of CARICOM Girls in ICT Day on April 23rd, Dr. Barnett emphasized that girls must be included in regional strategies, not as afterthoughts, but as architects of change. Held under the theme Empower, Educate, Elevate, Building a Future-Ready CARICOM with Girls in ICT. The event brought together students, facilitators, and staff, both virtually and in person at the CARICOM Secretariat. Dr. Barnett highlighted ongoing efforts to strengthen digital infrastructure and innovation systems across the region through partnerships and youth-focused initiatives. She noted that these efforts are designed to move young women beyond participation into leadership, research, and entrepreneurship. She also stressed the urgency of adapting to rapid technological advancements, calling for coordinated action and sustained commitments to ensure girls are fully equipped to thrive in the digital age. And stay tuned for international stories coming up.
Blast Gaming presents its biggest job whatever. Blast Mystery Progressive. I'm so excited. I can't hide it. The new Blast Jackpot rising. And I like it. It going up and up and up and up and up. Blast up and up and up and up and up and up.
Play selected games to win in the Blast Mystery Progressive. Pick until you match 3 gems and win one of the 5 cash jackpots. Or you can blast up with the Mystery Progressive Jackpot.
It going up and up and up and up and up. Blast up and up and up. Blast Gaming.
First up in international news, U.S. Southern Command says a U.S. military strike on a suspected drug trafficking boat along a known narco-trafficking route in the Eastern Pacific killed 3 people, with no American personnel injured. The U.S. military has killed at least 185 people in strikes that have destroyed 56 vessels as part of a campaign that Washington says is aimed at curtailing the flow of drugs into the U.S. The most recent strike against an alleged drug trafficking boat occurred on April 26. And in the United Kingdom, one of the United Kingdom's largest chicken producers and a water company are facing high court charges after being accused of polluting the rivers Wye, Lough, and Usk. More than 4,500 people who live or work near the rivers along the Welsh-English border have signed up to take part in what's been seen as a landmark case against Avara Foods and Welsh Water. Their lawyers say it's the biggest case ever brought in the UK over environmental pollution in terms of the number of claimants and its geographical spread. Avara, which dominates chicken farming in the area, and Welsh Water have respectively called the claims misconceived and misguided. The River Wye is one of the UK's longest and most celebrated rivers, but in recent years, those living nearby have complained that it regularly turns green in the summer and has become smelly and slimy. The group's legal claim blames the spreading of chicken manure on farmers' fields and also sewage spills. It demands that action be taken to improve the state of the rivers and compensation be paid to those whose lives and businesses have been affected. The companies being sued are accused of negligence, causing private and public nuisance, and even trespass where the riverbed has been affected on a claimant's property. And finally, the new musical biopic, Michael, based on Michael Jackson, has set a new box office record with a $217 million global opening. Starring Jafar Jackson, the film surpasses previous biopic hits including Bohemian Rhapsody and Oppenheimer. Despite mixed reviews from critics, audiences are responding strongly. Backed by Jackson's estate, the film features his original vocals throughout. And that's it for international news. We'll be right back with sports.
Tico, that's $800. Cash or card?
When cash is low, Tico is still ready.
Always card, Chalo. Would you like a copy of the receipt?
No, Chalo. NBD already sent me the alert and I'll see it on Mo Banking later. That is it. From card to farm. Power your business with the NBD Small Business Credit Card. Your partner, your bank.
And in sports news, in the sports division, secondary schools under 14 netball championship playoffs held at the Benjamin's Park in Portsmouth, the Portsmouth Secondary School, PSS, secured a solid 14-7 victory over the Cassibru Secondary School. PSS delivered a strong performance on both ends of the court to book their place in the finals. Scoring for the Cassibru Secondary was Micaiah Williams, 4 out of 7, Amira Eustache, 2 out of 3, and Amira Henderson, 1 out of 2. And scoring for PSS, Sharissa Christopher, 3 out of 5, Sonina Morand, 8 out of 17, and Jaxara Oxley, 3 out of 5 attempts. The championship now heads into an exciting final showdown, with the Portsmouth Secondary set to face the Northeast Comprehensive School A team in the sports division under 14 netball finals. In more school sports news, defending champions St. John's Primary School and Sinico Primary School have secured their spots in the finals of the National Bank of Dominica Sports Division Primary Schools Girls Football Championship after impressive semi-final victories on Friday, April 24th at the Benjamin's Park. In the first semi-final, Sinico Primary School edged out the Baroness Patricia Scotland Penville Primary combined team 1-0, with Zanaya Shillingford scoring the decisive goal. In the second semi-final, defending champion St. John's Primary School delivered a strong performance to defeat the Goodwill Primary School 2-0. Goals came from Amaya Brumans and Kaide Francis. Meanwhile, the third-place match between Goodwill Primary School and the Baroness Patricia Scotland Penville combined team ended in a tense penalty shootout after a 0-0 draw in regulation and extra time. Goodwill Primary School held their composure to secure a 3-2 victory on penalties. The stage is now set for an exciting final showdown between the St. John's Primary and the Sinico Primary. And finally, in sports news for this evening, the Southeast Football Club made a strong start to their campaign with a solid 2-0 victory over the Portsmouth Bombers Football Club at Benjamin's Park. Darren James got Southeast off to a flying start, finding the back of the net early to set the tone for the match. Adria Lawrence later doubled the lead, sealing all 3 points with a composed finish. Southeast maintained control throughout the encounter, showcasing discipline and attacking intent as they secured a confident opening win. Adria Lawrence was named man of the match. Here are highlights from last night's clash as Southeast Football Club celebrated a well-earned victory. And that's it for sports. I'll be back with the weather report.
Welcome to Portsmouth, the home of jazz and Creole.
This is where everything starts to build. And just a few minutes away,
on May 3rd, this entire space transforms
into music, into style, into a feeling you don't want to miss. Jazz and Creole, proudly presented by the government of Dominica. And it all happens right here. The artists performing on the main stage. From Jamaica, Taurus Riley, the Singy King, a voice that moves generations. And and the Black Soil Band. Also from Jamaica, Dean Fraser. When the sax hits, everything slows down. From the USA, the Manhattans. Timeless souls, effortless, unforgettable. Dominica's Princess of Song, Mikel Henderson. A voice that commands every moment. Dominica's neo-soul queen, Lily Octave. Smooth, rich, and completely her own. Pure energy from Dominica. Swinging stars. When they start, you move. The pulse of the streets. From Dominica, rhythm knockers. Raw percussion, iron-strong energy. From Dominica, File Landa. Honest sound, real connection. From Dominica, Janet Jackson. A voice that carries feeling, depth, and presence. And from Dominica, Khadijah Joseph. New energy, a sound you'll feel. This is how we jazz up Creole in Dominica.
May 3rd, 2 p.m., Fort Shirley, Cabritz National Park.
Tickets, VIP $450. At fringe events, $175. General admission, $200. Ages 12 to 17, $75. And children under 12 enter for free. Get your tickets now at dominicafestivals.com and at select outlets in Roseau and Portsmouth. And when you're coming, come for an experience. In fact, make it a weekend.
Come from Friday. There's lots of available accommodations in the north and plenty to do.
Go whale watching, then slow it down. Snorkel the reefs, then take it inland. Drift through the Indian River and chase a waterfall at Syndicate. Then go deeper. Find your way to Paradise Valley. Step into the chocolate factory. Then shift the scene. Red Rocks. Then back to the coast. Coconut Beach, Purple Turtle Beach, Bell Hall Beach. Find a quiet spot, even a secret beach. Ride a horse along the shore. Eat well. Take your time. That's Portsmouth. We'll see you at the Fort Shirley Cabritz National Park on May 3rd from 2 p.m. dressed in your Afro elegance attire.
And here is the weather report from the Dominica Meteorological Service. Partly cloudy to cloudy skies are expected with a few brief showers as weak unstable conditions continue to linger across the area. Winds will be coming from the east-southeast to east at 10 to 30 kilometers per hour with occasional gusts. Sea conditions are slight to moderate with wave heights ranging between 3 and 7 feet. A high surf advisory remains in effect. An important reminder, soils remain saturated, so residents in areas prone to landslides and rockfalls are advised to remain vigilant. For marine interest, small craft operators and sea bathers should exercise caution, particularly with increasing swells along the western coast. Stay tuned for further updates, and as always, stay informed and stay safe. You have been watching Emo Nightly News for April 27, 2026. I am your presenter, Soana Benjamin, signing off until tomorrow. Do have a lovely evening, everyone.